The Scots have a word for this weather. Dreich. Where's that going? Firing of 3 cylinders. Yeah, dreich. 9 for bits. Should have worn a bit more than this. When I get attention. Some tomatoes, beans, cook breakfast tomorrow. Seems that Starmerov is facing sliding support. Oh dear. A couple of by-elections recently. One in Cheshire West, one in Swale in Kent. Oh dear. Labour won both, as rather held both, but in both cases their support dropped by about a quarter, 25% roughly. That's 2 months after the general election, where his hugely popular mandate won him 415 seats on 20% of the eligible electorate. So, hemorrhaging 25% of voters, most of them went to Reform. They came in second, I think, in both cases, out of nowhere. No new candidates before, no new party before. So, collapsed 25% 2 months after the election. Brilliant! You're on a winning strategy there, Keith, aren't you? Oh dear. Walking past farmland. Wonder if I can find a stuck farmer around here. It's terrible, isn't it? To see a stuck farmer, or to talk about a stuck farmer. Never mind. I was involved in a conference call the other evening with some people I know well, and the libertarians like me, and we're discussing alternative, let's just say, power structures, alternative systems, how to replicate what you could call as the state if the state didn't exist or just ceased to function, as we're seeing now. The public sector is just pretty much giving up, even though it's taxing you to the hilt when it gets sod all for doing it. So what are alternatives for, I could say, public service delivery? By whom? How would you do it? So, as Peter Hitchens said in an interview fairly recently, he would disband the police, mainly because they're not doing the job. Rather, they see the job, as he said 4 years ago, as being paramilitary enforcers of state diktat. Nothing more than that. The job of solving, you and I would understand as crime, burglaries, assault, knife crime, vehicle theft, vehicle vandalism. Nah, dirty words are more important. Anybody disobeying the orthodoxy is more important. Turn a blind eye to certain communities getting away with policing themselves, just telling community leaders that, you know, it's up to you, mate, you can do it yourselves. So the police are and I guess the wider criminal justice system, it's just a fig, an appearance that there is a force, because they're captured by something called common purpose. They captured the College of Policing, and they also captured the Association of Chief Police Officers, ACPO. And of course these are university graduates who will be marinated in the Marxism, and not risen up coppers from the beat. That's what you're going to get. Marxism throughout the force. And it's these cultural Marxists who implemented the non-crime hate incident scheme. scheme. No laws passed to require police to do this. They decided to do it off their own bat. Rather than ACPO. That came from College of Policing, sorry. Rather than ACPO. The ACPO had a hand in its think. So, again, common purpose behind this. Non-crime hate incident is where you can say something perfectly legal might cause somebody offence. So therefore it's not a crime. That is hurtful, or is deemed to be hurtful, or somebody might take offence. An offendertron, someone might take offence, but they don't like accountability, as occurred before. They don't like words. So that is deemed as hate, even though it isn't. So it can have and it doesn't have to be recorded by a person that supposed hate is directed towards, but by somebody who perceives a third party might deem it to be hateful, even if it might not be. Even there's no objectivity to this, is entirely subjective. So if one person watching a discussion between two people and deems that what one person says to the other is hateful, bingo, go to the police, say this guy said something hateful to this other person. The receiving person on the receiving end doesn't need to go to the police, probably doesn't think there was a hate incident, because it wasn't. So the third party observing it can say it is, bingo, the person saying it as a non-crime hate incident recorded against them. And that gets disclosed on an enhanced DBS check. And that would rule you out from a lot of jobs and lots of volunteering opportunities, even though there's no law behind it. Harry Murray took the College of Policing, actually Humberside Police. He found out that he had one of these against him. He wasn't notified, because you don't get notified when you have one of these on your account, in your file, your Stasi file. You would find out through failing a DBS check, for instance. Or you can request from the police to see if you do have a non-crime hate incident against you, and they'll tell you. You can't challenge it. Well, technically now you can. Harry Miller took Humberside Police to court to remove it from his file. He lost initially. When it went to put this tin down, then he took it to appeal, and he won his appeal. Suella Braverman then put in guidelines at the Home Office to push out police forces to get them to stop. But basically it was found in the Court of Appeal that the police had no jurisdiction to do this. They were operating far beyond the powers, and they shouldn't have been doing it, but they still carried on doing it in breach of the High Court and the Court of Appeal. So Suella Braverman put in measures to stop this. Vet Cooper is now reversing that. She wants police to continue recording these non-crime hate incidents for anything. Of course, the whole purpose is to suppress dissent. You can't say the wrong words. You can't upset anyone. Be kind. Don't be unfair. Don't challenge. Don't hold anyone accountable. If anyone's been a covert narcissist, just let them. Don't hold them accountable for their covert narcissism and their pity plays. Just stay quiet, peasant. Accept the narrative and shut up. Or else you'll have a non-crime hate incident, which we won't tell you about, and it'll cause you to not be selected for employment. That's your future. It's a social credit score, by the way. This is what Marxism looks like. Well, so many people voted for, even though many others said, I told you this was coming. Marxists do what Marxists do. Non-crime hate incidents, and they're coming back.